Yeah.
How do you audition for that role of the bell guy for the live band?
I would pay them money to be that guy.
I would too.
I would never get it right. I'll tell you that. I would not once ever get that right because I would be so fucking amped the entire time that I would never get the timing right. It would either be like way too fast, or I'd come in way too early, or I would just keep it going the entire song. Ding, 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 ding.
Fuck, yeah. We got a new bell guy.
Yeah.
Armin.
Like, God damn it, Armin.
Fucking unreliable.
You keep fucking up this goddamn bell. It's the best part of the songs.
The 8th bell he's fucking broke this tour.
Yeah.
Dude, are we we're about to do the third installment.
This is it, guys. We've been doing an RTJ series for the past like month or so, month and a half, however long it was when we started. I don't remember.
I'll tell you guys this. In the time between the second episode and this episode that you're listening to right now, we have been spending hours, minutes, seconds perfecting what we're about to share with you guys here today.
That's right.
So much research has gone into this. A lot of people thought that Armin was actually traveling and that I was traveling, but we were actually doing exploratory research.
That's very true.
I went to Belize to find the heart of Run the Jewels.
Yeah. I actually went to Armenia because not a lot of people know this, but both Killer Mike and LP are Armenian.
100%.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. I mean, once you see them in real life and talk to them,
that's just
like we have.
That's right. Well, I mean, they're like cousins of mine. I mean, we go to the same Armenian barber.
Their grandparents are set up just right across the street from your grandparents.
That's true.
Yeah.
We go to the barbecues together. When Killer Mike talks about allies,
he was talking directly about your family.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Big facts.
Anyway, we're talking about RTJ3 today, guys. Welcome to 4 years. I'm Armin, that's Chase.
What is up?
And this is the epic conclusion to a 3-part trilogy.
The Return of the King.
This is the return. This is the
Empire Strikes Back?
No, that's the second one.
Yeah, but whatever.
This is like, I don't even want to talk about any of those movies.
This is the Revenge of the Sith.
This is the Revenge.
It's gonna end with me getting my fucking legs cut off. I can't wait.
Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty metal. That would fit really well, I think, in the RTJ universe.
Yeah.
And this is Rocky
for the
3.
record, I don't want that. Yeah, I'm down with Rocky.
You know what? No, this is actually the Rocky 4, because we don't talk about Rocky 3. This is the Rocky 4.
If we can live up to any of the Rockies, I'm happy.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're talking about Run the Jewels 3, which was RTJ's most recent album. Came out in 2016.
Gold-plated Fist in a Gun.
Fist in a Gun, that's right. And we are expecting an RTJ 4 sometime this year.
God bless, I hope.
If you guys are willing to hold your breath with me.
Christmas 2019.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
You're gonna have to breathe.
Is it out yet? So we opened up by listening to Legend Has It.
So good.
And I've talked about the story of how I sort of started listening to Run the Jewels. But have I mentioned the catalyst that really got me into listening it?
Well, it certainly wasn't me, even though I thought it was me.
Yeah, Chase was technically the person who introduced me to Run the Jewels, but he did so apparently very ineffectively, and it did not stick. And then Spotify tried. Spotify tried really hard.
They were like, you might like this.
Yeah, and I did, and then I forgot they existed.
It happens.
And then the catalyst that got me listening to Run the Jewels way, way, way more often was actually the Black Panther trailer, which used this exact song, Legend Has It. And I remember it was those bells. The bells come in near
bells slap dog.
Near the end of that trailer, and I was like, I don't know who wrote this trailer song, but I need to experience more of this.
The rest of the world at large, myself included.
Yeah.
That's obviously a Run the Jewels song.
Yeah.
That's so sick that Black Panther's using Run the Jewels.
Yeah, like Perfect. Chase is out here celebrating because Run the Jewels has like made it. They're in like this big Marvel mainstream trailer, and I'm like, hey dude, what's with that Bells song at the end of the Black Panther trailer? Isn't that sick? Like, do you know who did that? Like, what orchestra put this thing together? And
no
Chase
orchestra, my
fucking
friend.
slapped me up the top of the head and he was like, listen,
It's
bitch.
Master LP and his bells, dog.
So yeah, legend has it. In fact, legend has it has one of my favorite Killer Mike verses
Yeah?
of all time. I actually looked it up. Chase knows how uncommon this is, that I actually find the lyrics to the
Yeah,
song.
this is very rare.
So it's in the second verse.
Okay.
And when he says, half of a Mongol mythical team fill in this treacherous theme. Legend says L is a spawn out of hell. The myth is my mom is a murderous queen. Your life can end like in Godfather 1. You get the gun as I christen my son. If I die today and it's hell I should pay, tell the Lord Mikey said fuck, it was fun.
That is one of the best lines.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That alone. So I saw, if you guys watch YouTube at all, NPR does the Tiny Desk concerts.
Oh, hell yeah.
And RTJ has a Tiny Desk concert. And in it, they perform Legend Has It. And Killer Mike fucks up that verse.
No shit, really?
Yeah, he fucks it up. And after it's over, Elle is like kind of talking about what the next song is they're going to talk about. and Killer Mike's like, stop. And then he like performs that verse as like a spoken word to like the 5 people that are in the audience for the Tiny
It's
Desk
a big
concert.
moment. High risk.
Yeah, he like performs it as like spoken word. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous. Like I messed up that verse. And Elle's like, come on, man, no one ever would have known. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just like this really cute moment between the two of them. It's like this weird, cute moment between the two of them. But hearing Killer Mike kind of perform it like that without the backing immediately made it one of my favorite verses that I've ever heard. And the fact that now I catch it in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You had to like slow down
Yeah.
and just completely spell it out to you.
Yes, he did.
I feel like a lot of people would enjoy more RTJ if they had the lyrics broken down really slow and explained to them a little bit. They'd
Yeah.
be like, holy shit.
Like,
they are
for
doing
example,
some lyrical gymnastics.
LP's following, the verse following that specifically, LP has some really interesting spots. If maybe you could explain to me what this means.
I'll try my best.
You're getting used to me doing no wrong. I don't play chicken, you prick, I'm a fox. You want to kick it, I'll give you the rock. You kiss the wood chipper blade if you bark. I'm fucking magic. In fact, I'm a warlock, can talk. I've got a unicorn horn for a...
What?
Stop? What? I don't understand. What is it he has a unicorn horn
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to even, how rhymes work. It could be any number of things.
Yeah, I have no idea.
My best guess is caulk.
Caulk. That's right. I use unicorn horn. I use
Because-
dusted unicorn horn for caulking.
Because if you've ever seen someone caulk something, it's kind of like a pump where the caulk is held, and it comes to a point to kind of give you some direction with where you're going to go,
Yeah.
just like a unicorn's horn.
That makes a lot of sense. I think that's exactly what he was talking about. He's talking about caulking.
100%. As always.
Caulking.
ABC, always be caulking.
That's true. Anyway, so do you have, before we, this is a longer album. This is like almost twice as long as their other 2 albums. I think the first one's only like 27 minutes or something. This one clocks in at 51.
Wow.
And it has almost twice as many tracks on it, so that makes sense.
It is definitely the one that you can spend the most time with. And I think for that reason, that's a little bit longer. It's not like crazy long.
No.
We're not talking like Scorpion by Drake long. But it is longer. And I think for that reason, that's why it took me a little bit longer to get into this. Because when this came out, I didn't listen to it. It was maybe like 6 months after where I was just like, we'll see what this one's all about. Because I was still confident that the second one was the best one, and all the other like albums were like going to be mediocre. So I finally gave it a chance, and I was like, holy shit! And I forgot about it, and then I came back. I came back like 4 months later, and I was like, man, this shit slaps.
Yeah, it does. This might be their best album,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
It's pretty nuts. It's like they just keep getting bigger, like not bigger, better and better, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, do you have like a favorite track on this thing?
Yeah, man.
'Cause-
My favorite track is "Report to the Shareholders, Kill Your Masters."
All right, we'll get.
Yeah, I know.
That's like the last.
It's the last one.
Yeah, that is a fantastic.
But all of them are great. I think for the next one we gotta play Call Ticketron.
Yeah, go directly into it. Let's do it.
Yes.
All right, so this is called Ticketron off of RTJ3. Live from the Garden.
Dude, such a such vivid storytelling with this song all the way around. Like, have you ever seen the music video for it?
No.
It's great because it's exactly what I envisioned happening, right? It's RTJ and they're playing in the garden, live from the garden, but it's during like an alien apocalypse. Like, the shit has clearly hit the fan and they're just trying to like put on a show.
That's amazing.
There's nobody in the crowd.
That's great.
It's super sick. Yeah, I just like it. It almost feels like watching an episode of like Rick and Morty, listening to the song. That's how it feels to me.
Wow. This song is interesting. I like the sort of wild, repetitive beat. I feel like in anybody else's hands
That'd be super hard.
it would just fall flat. Yeah, that little like synth thing going on in the background.
Yeah, it's like super spacey too.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about this in the other 2 episodes of this Run the Jewels trilogy that we've been doing. L's production is out of fucking control.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is so good at putting together all these different layers and sounds, and like each sound has its own like flavor and tone and like crispiness to it.
Yeah.
So there's almost this textural difference between the different sounds that show up, and he throws in that Live from the Garden sample,
Mm-hmm.
which is like from a commercial. It sounds like I have no
Yeah.
idea whether he created it or whether it's actually a sample from.
I can't remember. I feel like I've looked this up at some point. I believe it's like what the like Ticketron would actually say
Yeah.
whenever you call to like purchase tickets like a long time ago. Like,
Which is
that's all
fucking
the whole
awesome.
Recording is.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And just being able to use that, it has like this really old vibe to it. Like it sounds like something that was recorded off of a phone
Mhm.
from like the mid 90s. And it's just such a great texture to the track itself.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for me, it definitely lends itself to the whole like apocalyptic nature of the music video and kind of like the dystopian weird future that they're talking about, like aliens invading. Mike's like, I'm gonna be the arbiter between us and the aliens. Do you come in peace or should everybody fear? I'm gonna wait to reply with a blunt and a beer. What better person to speak on the behalf of all Americans, all of mankind,
Yeah.
than Killer Mike himself? Also, we might have to turn back his name a little bit. Maybe go by his like real name. I don't want to come at the aliens with like a guy named Killer Mike and he's a gigantic dude. It's a little bit aggressive.
Hello, aliens. This is Mr. Runda.
Yeah.
He's gonna be our spokesperson.
Yep.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? Yeah, something like that.
perfect.
That'd be a little bit easier.
Yeah, maybe when he assumes the mantle as arbiter of humanity to the invading aliens, he should just.
Stranger things have happened, man.
I have some thoughts as to where we should go next. There's a lot of songs on this album that are incredibly good,
There'd be a lot of songs.
and I don't know some of the references of what's going on in some of these songs, but I want to highlight the production on the very next track on the album, Hey Kids. And the reason I want to highlight it is because, again, I just feel like it's one of those things that would fall apart if literally anybody else was trying to A, put it together, or B, rap over it. And so here's Hey Kids. It goes like this.
Featuring Danny Brown.
Say, Dad. Hey, kid.
You made my eardrums bleed, and I will pinch you. I have no idea who the whiny, like angry, like punk rock rapper is. Is that Danny Brown?
Yeah, it's Danny Brown.
That I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I can never listen to anything he ever does. I think because I don't know if he'll ever be so well done as that.
Oh no, like he has some songs that are like that. Danny
Okay.
Brown slaps, man, but in small doses. Like I saw, he opened for A$AP Rocky when I saw A$AP Rocky last time.
Thank God ASAP is free, by the way. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
President
Sweden.
Trump.
What a weird. Anyways, I don't even have time to get into that. Danny Brown opened for A$AP Rocky, so subjected to him for at least 30 to 35 minutes.
I feel like that's 25 minutes too much.
Yeah, I would agree with that. No, like nothing against like Danny Brown fans out there. Some people really like his shtick and his whole deal. But that voice gets very old very quick.
Yeah, and I don't mean whiny like in a negative way, because whiny I think can be misconstrued. I mean like that's literally the tone that he's using while he's rapping.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's how he sounds.
He just sounds like that. He sounds like an Eminem voice.
Yeah,
and it works for 40 seconds at the end of this song. I don't know how it would work on a full album, but either way,
he's very hard to understand. He's another artist that I found out about because of Silicon Valley, which, if you remember correctly, that's how I found out about Run the Jewels was Silicon Valley.
Wow.
I got to find the song and we got to play that song.
Look at you go. I like this. I like while you're looking for it. I'll keep talking about Hey Kids. I like this song because one, it has like a vocal, like the hey kids. That to me is hilarious. Like that entertains me nonstop. The fact that they purposefully chose to kind of make this really natural, like hey kids. That's always really fucking funny to me. And secondarily, the wild like ride that is the production in this, I think is again, and we talked about this again.
Bum bum bum.
This like this thing that they do where the beat of the song might be like on a 4 count, and then when they're rapping, they're doing on top of it. So it's like they do like a 3 count while they're rapping on top of a 4 count beat, and there's like this kind of polyrhythmic thing, and it makes it just sound and feel so much more energetic.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement. It feels like,
and it feels a lot faster than I think it actually is, which is cool.
Yeah, like if you were to just listen to an instrumental of the song, you'd be like, oh, this is a little bit slower. Yeah, definitely. Also, do you have any idea what Boombayé means?
No idea.
Because I just looked it up, and apparently, Boombayé is how do you say that word? Congolese?
It's Congolese for kill him. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, it's set up here a little bit better. Set up here just a little bit better. We're using Rap Genius. Shout out to our sponsors, Rap Genius. Yeah, which translates to kill him in Congolese.
Boombayé.
Which could be directed at the yuppies that they keep mentioning in the song.
Wow. He wants to kill Bill Gates?
I have no idea.
Damn.
Someone should tell him Steve Jobs already dead.
Yeah, man. What the fuck?
The song by Danny Brown that I'm thinking of was Dip. Have you heard Dip by Danny Brown?
Let's find it. Let's see what it looks like. And by what it looks like, I mean let's hear what it sounds like.
But also, what does it look like?
But what does it look like?
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, so the entire production is a knockoff of
Watch the Throne.
Of Dip, You Dip, I Dip, right? There's like another really famous pop rap song that uses that.
Maybe.
And then his first verse starts with yet another rip off of another super famous pop rap song.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Is that all it takes? Because we could do that shit.
I don't know if we can do that shit.
I don't know.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that. Alright, back to, we were talking about Run the Jewels. Is there anything interesting about this song other than what we just talked about Hey Kids? I have no idea. I just felt like we needed to talk about it.
I liked the song, but yeah, I think we've hit on all the interesting things, the little closure. I mean, it's very much like they just keep repetitively warning kids that this album and this song are not for you.
That's right.
Over and over.
It's very important.
Which is a hell of a thing to do at 5 tracks in.
Yeah, I mean, we've already heard about LP's unicorn horn caulking.
Yeah.
And
we heard about, Killer Mike not wanting to go back to sell dope.
That's true. That's true. But at least they warned us before they got to Panther Like Panthers, so.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, what's your next track? What you got here?
You know what? I feel like we're doing a disservice by not talking about Talk to Me, the second track.
Alright.
Let's hit it.
Here it goes. Talk to Me. That is a fantastic track.
It's a mind-blowing opening verse.
Yeah.
It's maybe one of my favorite Killer Mike verses.
God, he
We
crushes
return from the land. Wait, we return from. I don't want to fuck it up. Depths of the Badland, with a gun and a knife in our waistband. Went to war with devil and shaitan. He wore bad toupee and a spray tan. no punches held towards Trump on the very first.
Yeah,
that's the second track. But yeah, it's incredible, man.
Killer Mike is.
That opening verse is filled with Instagram quotables for your captions.
That's a good point.
100%.
Gotta start using some of that shit.
People are very confused though if they don't listen to RTJ. They're just like, what?
Fuck them. They're
Who's
not the right
shaped
audience. They're not the right audience. That's the important thing. No, you're right. I think there's a lot to this album that we're just gonna have to leave unsaid at some point. But I'm glad that we mentioned "Talk to Me" because, God, that thing's a banger.
Yeah, the very next verse by LP is also one of my favorite quotables. It's just, brave men did not fight in a Vietnam War, so I could not style on you. I didn't walk uphill both ways to the booth and back to not wild on you. You think baby Jesus killed Hitler just so I'd whisper? What?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, high thoughts with LP.
God, it just makes me so much more excited for RTJ4. Because I just want more of that shit.
Yeah, man.
And you know it's there.
We haven't even got like any good quality teasers or anything. Makes me nervous.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's got. I mean, we gotta have some teasers coming soon.
They're gonna drop a single in like a month, maybe 2 months.
Fingers crossed.
They're gonna drop a single with like Rick and Morty season 4.
That'd be very fitting, because I mean they did do one of my other favorite tracks on here. Is it Old Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did do a music video with Rick and Morty for Old Mama.
That was an actual. That wasn't like a. That was the actual music video.
I mean, yeah, it's the only one that they've ever made, to my knowledge, for the song.
You want to talk about? You want to listen to Omama? Let's listen to Omama.
Let's fucking listen to Old Mama.
That's a great chorus.
Yeah, I think the reason that this track jumps out to me and why I like it so much on the album is that it's one of the few where they're trading back and back. Mm-hmm. So it's not like an entire verse. It's like just like each line. Mm-hmm. There's a part where it's just kind of like Mike says something and Elle says something. Mike says something. You know, they're like trading punches, and it's just awesome.
You pretending that the revolution's been called off.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great track. The chorus is one of those that you can just like sing along to mm-hmm. anywhere. It's like one of those turn the windows down in your car,
yeah.
blast the radio as high as you
and weird
can.
out people at stoplights.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. And then LP makes a great Star Trek reference in the next stanza there. Run from the Borg.
Yeah.
Run with the Borg.
We assimilate.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's go ahead and jump to the last track on this album.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it. The most,
which you can now get as a single. You can get the back half of this song. So this song is
it's
Report
really
to
two
Shareholders.
songs. Yeah.
And then there's a switch halfway through, and it turns into Kill Your Masters. So listen to part of both.
Sure.
Let's do it.
So that's the start of Report to the Shareholders.
Report to the shareholders. Report to the shareholders, man.
And then Kill Your Masters starts probably around halfway through this thing.
Before we hit into Kill Your Masters,
hit me with it.
A Report to the Shareholders sounds super like basically like what every rap album that we review sounds like for their last song. It's like a very like State of the Union, slower song, a little bit like I guess maybe a little bit like melancholy, sad sounding, mm-hmm. Just kind of like down, right? But what's cool about their last track, in a very Run the Jewels nature, is that they rebel against this like hardcore, like a Report to the Shareholders, and it flips a switch and it's like fuck that noise, and then we get this next song.
That Kill Your Masters is the return of the one, the only Zach De La Rocha.
Yeah, dude.
And his verse is just as fucking awesome
as it was
on, Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. Why don't we just get a sample of his verse here at the very end here? Dayla's born a reaper. Simon himself there.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this motherfucker make more music?
I don't know, man.
You know what?
Have you penned him a letter?
I'm okay with. Yeah, here's what I'm okay with. As long as every Run the Jewels album
Has at
includes
least one feature.
one Zach De La Rocha feature, that's enough for me.
Yeah?
But because it's so fucking good every time he shows up. But it really does blow my mind that this guy's not releasing music right now.
When do we start worrying if RTJ is just a trilogy and not a saga?
Why do you have to put that juju out there?
What if this, much like Star Wars and the Lucasfilm franchise, what if RTJ is just the studio and that name gets sold off to some shitheads and then they make RTJ 4 through 6 and it's awful.
Oh no. It's like, have you seen The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
The Dread Pirate Roberts? I'm not the original Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah.
And the guy who had it before me wasn't the original one either. The original one's retired. Yeah. That would be pretty fucked. Unless ZDLR picked up the...
Yeah, it's just him and like...
Just him.
Just him. By himself.
Just angry Zach De La Rocha with like no fucking
That'd be
production.
great. I'd still buy the CD.
Probably. I'd stream it, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know, why isn't RTJ bigger?
Man, that's a great question. I think they're on the verge of being pretty fucking huge, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like they don't get like the cool factor with the kids. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not mumble rapping.
Yeah.
They're not rapping about Xanax.
What has happened?
They're not rapping about nice cars.
Why doesn't quality transcend generations? Like, because you think about it, like, we didn't come up around like Bob Dylan or Rolling Stones, but we're like, that shit slaps.
It's true.
A banger is a banger is a banger. But that's not true. It's not true with the generation now. They'll listen to Jesus Walks from College Dropout and be like, whack.
Yeah, they would actually. You're right. It's fucking chumps.
Or they'll hear something that we used to consider a banger and they'll be like, oh, that's that song from that meme.
Oof.
Oof. That's right.
Oof. That's a good question. I think RTJ, they're missing, here's what they're missing in order to be like a mainstream fucking rap pair of gods, right? What they're missing is endorsement from existing mainstream rap gods. And they've gotten some of that, but it's mostly like, I won't even say it's like underground people, because like Big Boy's not fucking underground. He's one half of fucking Outkast, one of the biggest rap groups of all time.
Yeah, but he's the part of Outkast that no one cares about.
He is the part of Outkast that no one cares about. Sorry, Big Boy.
True though.
Yeah, well, you're not Big Man, so. Ouch.
He's gonna come to your house and murder you.
By the way, little known fact, Tony Stark's quote, "I love you 3000," has nothing to do with his daughter. He's actually just talking to Andre 3000. I love you 3000.
Who doesn't?
So they haven't gotten like a fucking mumble rapper to, you know, to get like a feature. They don't do features on anybody else's shit.
Yeah,
like
you don't.
The
You don't
only,
see Run the Jewels like appear on anything.
Yeah, the only other thing they've appeared on is that DJ Shadow track.
Yeah, and that's just because of production.
So, you know,
man,
since they're not, yeah, that is a good song. Since they're not jumping onto anybody else's albums and not making anybody, like, they basically found each other, like L and Killer Mike found each other, and they're like, you don't want to work with anybody ever again, right? They're like, nah, fuck that. We're going to just make some fire-ass music for the rest of our lives together. And that's basically 100%. What they've been doing, which I don't mind. Like, keep it within the family. They're really crushing it. But that, I think, is the reason why they're not, like, superstars.
Right? Yeah, I don't need them to be 100%, you know?
Like, can you imagine if RTJ made, like, a feature on, like, fucking Kanye's next album?
That'd be
dope.
That'd be so sick, because first it would prove that Kanye hasn't lost his fucking mind and he still like realizes really good shit.
Yeah.
And then second, it'd be fucking fucking dope.
That would be fucking dope. But like, you'll never see.
I don't
like,
know how those two styles mesh though.
That's the thing. You won't see RTJ. That's another part of reason why you don't see him working with a lot of other people outside of it, because like L's production is so fucking specific sounding. Like Travis Scott's never gonna be able to fucking rap on their beats.
No, he's gonna sound very out of
Yeah, I
place.
mean Drake wouldn't be able to rap on. I mean, maybe Drake would be able to pull it off actually, because he's the king.
He's a fucking
So he'd be able to do it.
shapeshifter dog.
Yeah.
He can become anything he wants.
He could probably sound like Killer Mike. If he
The
wanted.
best thing that has happened to RTJ is that Drake didn't like hear their songs first and emulate it.
No, Drake's image, it doesn't fit.
No.
He'd be able to do it like once, but he wouldn't be able to steal it the way
Even-
he stole everything else.
Even Drake at his toughest wasn't as tough as Run the Jewels. Like
What?
Drake
What
on
was-
10 bands. Drake from if you're reading this, it's too late. That was the toughest Drake. That was Big Flex Drake, where he was like in the gym. He'd post like workout pics on
That's right, he
Instagram.
was. He was like, check it out, bitch, I'm squatting.
He'd be like, ugh.
Yeah,
Oddly enough, didn't need to see this.
yeah. I think that's why they're not like international superstars. But again, like greatness recognized greatness. Their music's been showing up in a lot of different like really famous pop culture spots for a while now.
100%.
So
Yeah.
it'll happen. It'll definitely happen.
I hope I'm wrong about the Lucasfilm comparison. I hope RTJ4 is on the way. What do they do with the hands after this? What do they do with the fist and the gun?
They go diamond with it.
The diamond? I think diamond's the
They
next
did
one.
zombie.
They've done zombie.
They did like homeless hands or whatever the fuck.
Well, they did like dead hands, zombie hands,
Yeah.
and now they're on gold hands.
Gold hands. And the gold hands were like, it went from like this flat cartoony drawing to like 3D looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do like double exposed, where it's like the background, it's like stars or some shit. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like a cosmic,
Yeah,
like a
something
space
cosmic.
type shit.
Yeah, something
That'd
cosmic.
be dope.
That would be dope.
Some psychedelic run.
Hey guys,
runs.
I'm around. L, Mike, if you guys need some help with your design
I will
on your
mock
next
that
cover,
up right
I'll
now
happily put that shit together. It's gonna look something like this.
with space.
But with space around it. Anyway,
Maybe it's just Armenian hands.
If you-
Because they want to return to
That's
the calling.
that's right. Guys, take it back to Armenia. Do Armenian hands on your next one. I hope you guys have enjoyed doing a full Run the Jewels like trilogy. We did basically everything.
If we haven't expressed to you how much we like RTJ at this point, I fear that we might never ever be able to pull that off.
Yeah, I think you're right. Also, by the way, not to continue derailing this, but they did a song for the Venom movie.
Yeah, dog. Let's go.
So, you know, they are definitely
Still working together.
like they did Mean Demeanor, which is not on any of their albums.
That's true. It's
What
just
was
like
it? I
a
don't even know
weird
what it was for. They just
single.
like released the single for no fucking reason after RTJ.
Happy
3 was
birthday!
released.
Here it is.
So they have new songs that come out every now and then. In fact, we'll close this out with Mean Demeanor since it's such a great fucking track. Let's go ahead and get your social situations out here, but
I'm at Chase504 on Instagram and YouTube, where you can watch this full video if you want to see us and not hear the music.
Yeah.
If you'd rather see us and not hear the music, that is your place to go, dog.
yeah, you'll watch us playing with Bowie and drinking water.
Yeah, I
sometimes.
mean, and plus, throughout the show, we get more and more dressed. We start in
very
just
naked.
shorts,
Yeah, very, very naked.
and by the end of it, I have a parka on right now.
Yeah, it's quite warm in here actually. You can find me at Arm & Hammer TV. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening and watching on Chase's YouTube channel. And I don't know what our next project is going to look like, but my guess is, if I had to take a wild guess here, currently it's the middle of August, and in about 2 weeks, we're going to get the first Tool album in fucking 13 years.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be listening to that, and if we want to talk about a whole lot of Tool, there's a lot of music in there.
Yeah, dog.
So maybe that's going to be the next one.
Fear inoculum.
Fear inoculum, yeah.
I need to get inoculated to some fear.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. All right, folks. This is Mean Demeanor. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll catch you guys next time.